In our first story, government intends to reduce import duties and has promised to give the Ghana Union Traders Association (GUTA) 6 more weeks to roll out the cargo tracking note system. Members of the Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana, Food and Beverages Association of Ghana and GUTA had planned to declare a nationwide strike beginning Monday 3rd to 5th September. The intended action was in protest of the implementation of the cargo tracking notes, high import duty and high exchange rates. At a press briefing in Accra on Thursday, President of GUTA, Dr. Joseph Obing, said they arrived at the decision after President Akufo-Addo assured them of a reduction in import duty, among others.
The President has said that I should come and confidently tell you, the trading community, that he's going to do something about the duty rate. And that duties are going to be reduced. The rate of duties is going to be reduced. The issue of benchmark value, he understood it perfectly, even more than the implementers, and said that if you are sure you are having the right valuation values, then you have to use the transactional value, unless maybe you have any incriminating issue about a particular transaction. And that benchmark values, as you are going to present, is going to be used. Benchmark value is a thing of the past. And nobody, if your goods come, because we have this on record, we are going to sign memorandum of understanding to this effect. And yet, that Accra, we are going to sign proper memorandum of understanding to this effect, so that the discussions at the port will be the things of the past. That's the bane of corruption in this country. The government has given us 6 weeks extension. Throw away. Hey. The government has given us 6 weeks extension. If you all recall, the deadline was 1st September. It has been pushed to 15th October. Did you hear it? Yes. We want authorities to forward this information to the shipping lines as soon as possible, so that our goods that are locked up will be released and shipped to us without any delay, because it's costing us a lot of money for the storage. Within this short time that the CTN was going to be introduced, if we tell you how much we've lost in terms of storages and all that, it will surprise you.
Now, in an attempt to reverse the alarming statistics from UNICEF, which suggest that 5.7 million Ghanaians practice open defecation, the Accra Metropolitan Assembly has started serving court letters to homes without toilets. However, a resident of Bukom, Dinah Nunu, who has received a court notice, says she would flee her home if a court date is given. Her defense is that she's too poor to build a toilet. Jojo Kwabena, who has been assessing the sanitation situation in Accra, reports lack of toilets in many homes could jeopardize the president's promise to make the capital the cleanest in Africa.
Bukom, a very populated Ghana community, famous for producing world-class boxes, but the sanitation here is not impressive. Rubbish heaped in many corners and open sewers line the frontage of many homes. In here, many people dump human excreta in drains.
Yeah, bimoba. I exchange always. Yeah, because of toilet na mekegata yeah. La tuma chigata ke ni bi neke nehu. Wana ni mokwechi no ke je hie ke ba hwe mokwe no fen ke bie baba.
Enwo ame na ka mpa ogota mi. Shibone bale. Mokoya ne yomo yesiani yomo ni enye ne ba toilet ne ba fela ke ba nye toilet ke ba ya eja unto ke gota ni ke o je be kome me hu ye ni enwo ame na ke bona me wo ame wo gota mi ame nsumo e wo gota oba na nunu kpakpa na so gota no yo nu kpakpa so gota no na enya ye bie.
Dinah Nunu is not too happy. The Accra Metropolitan Assembly has served her a court notice for failing to provide a toilet in her home. According to her, although she yearns to build her own toilet facility, she is too poor.
Ninge ba fi no ne chone no ni won nka yoni e wo be no ni o mi dia ke ka mba wawo ni wo pa pele fio e le manyama fi sika le mbe bono na me chon aka ba pay fan 40 million ble ma sika 40 million si bia ne wo pay fan ko na me ho me pay fan wo pay fan na me pay fan be ko ni kota no kwale sane ka ka mi te kota ma jofu kenu aka ka ne ke bia ya na kan bia mashimane le meyo wo kunyoni je wo kunyo sister onukpa bi ni wakale wie ne ke e ba bomode ni efian wo sin ka janu se wanuko don mi hun yako e mase ni nkele ba pan.
It is very scarce to find inhabitants who have toilet facilities in their homes. Many residents have not made it a priority. Another challenge here is that many homes are old, and residents say it will be difficult converting rooms into toilet facilities.
Toilet e wo shiam janu kwale gbebe eju ake ngba ba cha soka we na ye ke ni bi eju eyu ohe wo kun ka won na won won sumo e wo gota ne le anugwale eyo ke toilet e wa de enche.
Choko, southwestern part of Accra, is a big mess. Rubbish adorn the coastline, and like many other coastal towns in Ghana, residents freely defecate openly without any care. The pollution here is sore to the eye and a serious health risk to inhabitants. 10,000s of residents live here without toilet facilities in their homes, so they run to the beach.
Ni fabi kumele hu ya inshona fabi hu ya gono.
If the situation in Choko is anything to go by, then Accra has a long way to becoming the cleanest in Africa. Georgia Kobner, Joy News.
Large tracts of harvested maize are wasting away in farming communities whose roads have been completely cut off by recent downpour in the Ejura-Setredumasi municipality of the Ashanti region. This is an area where farmers are recovering from severe losses from a fall armyworm invasion last year. Their prayer for rain this year has brought a great maize harvest, but the produce is rotting on the farm because roads have become unmotorable with the rains. It is expected to increase the cost of maize on the market due to the expected shortage. Prince Appiah visited Drobong, one of the major maize growing communities, and now reports.
This is Drobong, a major maize growing community in the Ejura-Setredumasi municipality of the Ashanti region. Between 5 and 8 trucks full of maize are conveyed from here daily to parts of Ghana. But the numbers have reduced due to the deteriorating nature of their roads, as echoed by these truck drivers.
My truck has been here for a month. We've loaded for Accra, but we can't cross over to even Setredumasi.
About 1 week, load.
I have been here for a week. We are supplying to Takrade, but we are unable to move because of the bad roads. Often we get stuck on the way, so drivers don't want to come here anymore.
Roads connecting the community to many farms here are in deplorable states. Deep gullies visible on this stretch make it difficult for trucks to ply these routes. Others have coconut trunks packed together to connect one end to the other. So the situation of the roads here at Drobong has compelled the farmers here to find ingenious ways to fix the terrible roads. So they cut down coconut trees into trunks of sizes to make this road to their farms more trouble. But that even has not been able to address the situation. After the rains, this is what has happened. Meet 30-year-old Roxing. He cultivates maize on a 50-acre land. He and his farm hands have a bumper maize harvest ready for transportation to the nearest market. But that is not possible.
There's 1,500 cedis.
We spent close to 1,500 to till an acre. Harvesting, gathering and transportation all part of the cost. Look, it's all here. There's no tractor to carry them from the farm. We spend a lot to get the maize ready for sale. Unfortunately, there's no one to buy because tractors can't come here.
He shares a boundary with 38-year-old Vasco Ose, who works a 70-acre maize farm. Vasco prayed for the rains, but it looks like he's had too much of it.
In 2015, 2016 and 2017, we really made losses in our farms because the rain failed us. So this time we prayed for rains, but it has been too much for us. Our crops are destroying.
Their investment could go waste if nothing is done about it. Roxanne is convinced getting a ban could help in the interim.
Earlier, tractor could pass here, but the flood has made it inaccessible. Presently, we are thinking of putting up barns to store the maize till the flood subsides. But the barns are becoming difficult to build because we have spent all our money on the production. The second planting season is starting this month, but we don't know what to do.
This situation is prevalent in many farming communities here this rainy season. The fall armyworm invasion is still a threat currently. But if roads to farming communities are not fixed and prioritized, food security here will be threatened. Prince Apia reporting.
And we still stay with the subject of agriculture because supplying water to crops in controlled amount to overcome deficiencies in rainfall is an essential part of farming, especially in regions with low rainfall. Rural farmers are sometimes left in a dilemma on the specific amount of water their plants require for maximum yield and how to prevent wastes of limited supply sources. Such worry could soon be over as students of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology have developed a low-cost sensor-based irrigation system. On Tech Thursday, Love FM's Kwesi Deborah speaks with the leader of the group, Dr. Michael Edem Donko of the Department of Physics.
Ghana's agriculture is predominantly rain-fed, a practice that is unsuitable for the country's economic growth aspirations. Farmers are therefore encouraged to employ irrigation systems to boost yield. The challenge for the average Ghanaian farmer is that they can largely afford irrigation systems which are heavily dependent on farmer interventions in the operation and management.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
So this is a controller we have developed.
So whatever kind of power it uses.
We clearly know that climate change is affecting the rainfall pattern, for which reason our farmers are not able to get the yields they demand or they desire after the harvesting. What are we looking at here?
The Department of Physics, KNUST, through its electronics and computing students, has developed a sensor-based electronic controller to automate irrigation systems. In its operation, it utilizes feedback from 3 sensors to determine the suitable time of day for irrigation, the moisture levels of the field to be irrigated, as well as the availability of the water intended for irrigation.
We'll have to just make the necessary provision regarding the installation into the the farmer's existing irrigation unit, and then the unit or the controller would then take over the irrigation process.
This will relieve the farmer of the stress of managing the irrigation and save the farmer of the resources required for irrigation.
The burden of manning an irrigation system is reduced to the barest minimum. It reduces wastage of resources in the sense that if the farmer is subjectively determining the wetness of the soil, he may overestimate and then pump more water to irrigate, which will not be relevant.
In the unlikely event of the controller's failure, the irrigation system can manually be operated using the manual override switches provided on the controller. The best part is, this can be patronized by low-income earning farmers. Reporting for Joy News, Kwesi Debra.
Now, Adum Praise has become a household name every year, and there are those who hold down the events on the nights. The Holy Spirit-filled events will come off at the Perez Dome on Friday, tomorrow, 31st of August. Nancy Emefa Jiradosi has been engaging the headline praise and worshipper, Elder Merkel.
Yeah, just a day to Adum Praise, and our headline artist, Elder Merkel, the spirit-filled man, is seated with me this morning. Let's just have a conversation around what to expect at Adum Praise. That me part of your day say on your between come on na ochina Adum Praise. Also your core programs be brave. You Nyankopon nensa Nyankopon fa enam so nyema be brave. Ochina den na expected from all.
Medase Ochina ni amepese onipa bia ehwe ne se oba na wabehia Jesus o ma mehwe Adam Merkel de nyame nam mu beye na mu mepese onipa bia ne re na koma ehye nyame mu esanse nyame na osose ade nyina no no ye ba nanim dia tumi se yenso ye be sori no ya koto no nya hye ni die ne ye sa ade na nam sa ade so obeche ni die no nyam nti oba ye crowd say oba be sia Jesus no obo aba be sori no wo sori no yia onu so otumi se ode nyensa kan ma ne ma bie nko yie bia no oye be hye ni die no nyam amen.
But just about Adum Praise, no. There are times I say, "Kunyami fear." Yeah, and could be say just a concert. Kekena yeko. Then how they message and now about how to prepare my dream towards God. Maybe I said, "Yango pon edebe bebiano omunsa ebeka best and concert."
Many of our say over for just entertainment. No. We are doing over be dia gloria. Odi agudi ya bifi wako. Na wo ye wadwen se open ni pebi onyame nsam dia unya ye wadwen se me ko nyame fie akoma nyame den so aye ne kese saadwen na unya ye pe waka bibia ma papa Yesu no wate nti obey ne senia wo de adwen ne ba so ye dem ho na bebi ye program nti nyame se adofo se nya adwen muti se oba be hia Yesu na be hia Yesu a nipa won nsam ubenya mu chefa. Amen.
So basically what he's saying is that tomorrow is going to be a great day. As usual, God will use him to do what he's supposed to do. But then come prepared and come to Jesus, and don't come to just witness or see Elder Merkel. I don't praise. Ye be him. I don't praise.
Ye be him. Na ye him. Na ye him.
Well, joining me now is Kwamina Aidan. He's MC on the nights and also spokesperson for Adum Praise 2018. Ye be him. Kwamina, this is our 9th year.
Ye be him.
Ye be him.
Adum Praise. Ye be him.
Tell us about,
when
how
we say Adum Praise, then you respond, Ye be him, right?
No, I was Adum Praise.
Ye be him.
Of course, Ye be him. Make sure you come with your handkerchief. It's really important. You'll be sweating and all. Sure. But this is our 9th year.
Yeah.
Tell us how far we've come with Adum Praise.
So far, so good. God has been good to us as a station, as a multimedia, and as a nation. And we're using this opportunity to give God the glory and to appreciate him. Bishop James always say this, that unthankful people are ungrateful. So when we look back where we are coming from and where we are going, we're using this platform as an opportunity to thank God, to appreciate what he has done for us. From day 1 to day 9th, from first year to 9th year, it has been awesome, wonderful.
Absolutely.
And I mean, people participate.
Yeah,
people come in numbers. So I think that God has been good to us.
Yesterday I met Diana Hamilton, and I mean, I think she spent the greater part of the day here with us yesterday, and Elder Merkel has been around today. I had Eben arrive this morning.
Yeah, sure. And Elder Merkel yesterday was his first time on Adum Live Worship.
Oh, wow.
And it was a blast. The show is trending. We had a lot of viewers on Facebook, and myself, I'm happy and I'm excited that he came on my show.
He was on Adum TV this morning, and Nanaya couldn't stand.
Wow. It's a spirit man. He loves worship and praises, and the Merkel has been in the gospel fraternity for more than 40 years. So when we talk about experience, when we talk about anointing, when we talk about worship, when we talk about praises, and when we talk about word of God, you can't do it without Elder Merkel.
Absolutely. But we have other persons who are joining Elder Merkel. I mentioned Diana Hamilton. Eben arrived from Nigeria this morning.
We have Sax Bossa.
Yeah, they were on my show
Sax man.
not too long ago.
And we have Willie and Mike. And we have Max Praise. We have Kwekwi JC. And of course, we have multimedia choir, choir.
Oh, you guys have a song that we, the single that you came out with. Lovely song, by the way.
Are you among with them?
No. I'm not in the choir. When I sing, nobody can stand. Not like Elder's own.
Wow.
Mine is different. It's a different kind of blessing. But our choir is also performing. Do you have room for all these artists lined up, because they're great?
We've provided rooms. We've provided security. They have a nice reception. We have a very big car park. And trust you me, because we've organized the show for the past 9 years, we have more experience. We know how to put things at its rightful places. So security is tight. We have very big car
Are we
parking.
Promising the people who would come that we're going to, guide them and manage the situation?
Exactly. Everything is under control. Trust you me, everything. When it comes to Adum Praise, there's no chaos, there's no problem. We make sure that everybody comes there safely and goes home safely. So you don't have problem at all. Just come with your friends, with your family, with your fiancé, with your fiancé, and who knows? Maybe that night might be your night.
Okay, but let's talk, because you can't just walk in there. You need a ticket.
Exactly.
So that the doors can be open.
Open for you.
Exactly.
So that Jehovah God will open the realms. The ticket is going for 60 Ghana standard. You can get some of the ticket at Joy FM. When you come to Joy FM, you can get some of the ticket. When you go to Airport Shell, Bachona Total. And when you go to Tema, you drive to Tema Community 11, number 2 Shell. You can also grab your ticket. And Bachona Total, Tema Community 11, number 2 Shell, Joy FM,
you can grab your ticket. It's going for 60 Ghana, standard, flat, Obia.
And I know that people are rushing to get a ticket because it's just one more day to the event. So people need to get a ticket early enough, right?
Exactly. You need to get your ticket before the D-Day. We don't want the situation whereby people will be jumping, rushing at the gate. I need ticket here and then. No. We want a calm, we want a very serene environment where everybody will walk in majestically to worship the King.
So what time does the praise begin?
Hey, my goodness. So tomorrow, I think tomorrow is Friday. So if you go to work, I think by 4-5 you should close. Then you drive straight to Perez Dome. That is Jowolu Junction. So by 6 o'clock we open the gate. 7 o'clock show starts. So 6 o'clock everybody must get seated. 7 o'clock. Hey, we start the show.
Yeah, you emceed last year. You're
yes,
emceeing
I was
this
part
year.
Of the
okay, so what's going to be different? What are you? I know that Adum Praise has turned you also into a pastor. I think it's one of the
live worship.
Adum Praise translating into the live worship. Adum Praise first. So what should people expect? Are you going to be?
Yes. Oh, you know, I love this Bible quotation when you read Exodus 23:25. The Bible says that when you worship him, he will bless your food and water, and he will take away sicknesses among us. So if you are sick, if you are praying to God for healing, if you've been prayed for something urgently, just come and experience the presence of God. This is pure worship. At any time the praises go high, his presence comes down. And the presence comes with grace, favor, protection, healing, and what have you. So whatever you've been looking for from January to August, come tomorrow and just grab it in a good faith and go home and enjoy with your family.
Kwame Island, are you on live worship this afternoon?
Exactly, I'm on live worship. What I'm going to do this afternoon is that I'm going to do a playback of what happened last year at Perez Dome. 2017. So if you want to, you know, enjoy and know what exactly happened last year, just tune in 106.3 FM from 1:30 to 3 o'clock.
All right. Thank you very much. We will see you so live on the stage tomorrow.
Me and Captain Smart and Pastor Tua.
Captain Smart is MCing.
Yes.
Are you sure he's not singing?
He will sing. He will sing. He will sing.
All right. So we'll see you on stage tomorrow at the Perez Dome.
Sure.
And it's not for any reason that the date is 31st. It's the last day of August. Let's go get together and give God some praise. He's been amazing. Let's worship him tomorrow. Make sure you grab a ticket. It's only 60 Ghana cedis. And if you don't have a ticket yet, make sure you get it today. Let's seal the deal today and let's meet at the Perez Dome.
Adum Praise.
Him. And on that note, we take a quick break. We'll be back with more. Thanks for staying with Joy News today. Now, the election 2020 flag bearership race of the National Democratic Congress is getting keener. Another senior member of the party, Kuzi Tano, has officially declared his intention to contest for the flag bearer position. Ahead of that, he released this video to explain his decision.
Fellow Ghanaians, while we may come from different communities, different political backgrounds, and different homes, ultimately, what unites us is that we are Ghanaians, and we all want a more prosperous and just Ghana. This desire cannot remain at the level of speeches, but must be demonstrated in practice and show in our lives, in the well-being of our children, in the well-being of our families, and in the well-being of our communities. The dream of a prosperous Ghana that we all seek was the basis of our Fourth Republican Constitution and informed the founding principles of the National Democratic Congress. These principles of social justice, accountability, and development must manifest practically in universal health care, free education, social housing, and all the things that allow people to have a social safety net that improves their lives. They are founded on our belief in the entrepreneurship of our farmers, traders, business people, and inventors, and in the vibrancy and productivity of our working and professional classes. They must be supported by policies developed and implemented by a serious visionary and disciplined leadership. These principles must go beyond just mere slogans. They must be captured in concrete programs that will see qualitative growth, ensuring secure livelihoods in a new and prosperous Ghana. Our society must be mobilized to confidently analyze and resolve the wide range of social political problems rooted in our historical position in the global economy. This must become the central objective in our national, political, and economic effort, spearheaded by an awakened mass movement led confidently by our dear party, NDC. It is to pursue these objectives that I consider it an obligation and duty to contest the NDC's presidential primaries. I believe that a renewed and revitalized NDC will have the values, the organizational potential, and vision to lead Ghana to realize the dream of the Fourth Republic. Over the last 10 years, I have quietly worked within the NDC to develop the political organizational structure of the party to do these things. It is time to move that agenda to the national level. We must come together to achieve this goal. We have a choice. I remain forever in the service of Ghana. My name is Augustus Guzi Tam. I was sent to unity from
And the Chancellor of the German Chancellor Angela Merkel has touched down in Ghana to begin a day's visit. She is expected to hold discussions with President Akufo-Addo on migration, trade, investment, amongst others. My colleague Elton Broby is joining us from the Jubilee House to tell us more about this discussion with the President. Elton, good afternoon. What is to be expected from this conversation?
Right, so, Mama, this is a working visit expected to last for only 4.5 hours. He will leave Ghana at exactly 6 p.m. But within the period, so much is on the table for the two leaders to discuss and then agree on. As I speak, we are all awaiting her arrival at the Jubilee House. President Akufo-Addo is also here at the Jubilee House. Some few minutes ago, the Chancellor touched down at the Kotoka International Airport. She was met on arrival by the Vice President. For now, my information is that they are on their way from the airport to the Jubilee House. Now, when she gets there, President Akufo-Addo will go and meet her at the ceremonial gate and then usher her into the Jubilee House. Now, they will first enter into a closed-door session and then later come out to speak to the media. What I've said is that issues about migration, investment, and trade between Ghana and Germany will be high on the agenda. Indeed, that is the reason why Angela Merkel is embarking on the three nations tour, Ghana, Nigeria, and Senegal. For Ghana especially, already exists a memorandum of understanding for Ghana to assess a 100 million euro compact to be channeled into the electricity sector to improve electricity, especially in the rural areas. This meeting will afford the two leaders to, understand the stage at where we are, whether Ghana has met the criteria for assessing the funds, and when the funds itself will come to pass. Later on, after the news conference, she will then attend a roundtable, discussion at the Kempinski Hotel, where they will focus on trade and investment for Ghana and indeed Germany. And this particular roundtable discussion, my information is that will be attended by business leaders from Germany and business leaders here in Ghana. Already we have a lineup of ministers of state who are all in waiting for the arrival of the German Chancellor. As I speak to you right now, President Akufo-Addo is just exiting his office and then heading towards the ceremonial gate, meaning that Angela Merkel is just a few minutes away from the Jubilee House. And then once that is done, the program itself will start. So, Mama B, this is the situation. This is where we are. President Akufo-Addo just walked past me and heading towards the ceremonial gate to, receive Angela Merkel.
Elton, we'll leave it here and wait for Angela Merkel to arrive at the Jubilee House, and then we'll come back to you for some more updates. My colleague Elton Broby reporting from Jubilee House. The news is that the German Chancellor is in Ghana and would be at the Jubilee House any moment from now. We'll touch base with Elton again, but she's on a day's visit for bilateral discussions as part of her three-nation West African tour. The German Chancellor will, on her arrival, hold bilateral discussions at the Jubilee House, as Elton has talked about, which will focus on efforts at Ghana's economic resurgence and migration. There will be more on that coming up. Still on News Today, we've got business and we've got sports. But first, let's do business.